All right, we have broke $1,000 on the eval account for the first time ever. Um, I just want to take a second to obviously this doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme. I still haven't made a payout. I still never passed an eval, but I've never broken that $1,000 mark on my Top Step account. And real quick, I'm gonna pull it up to show y'all. This is the practice. Don't worry, I gamble on the practice. That's why it's down so much. $1,180, bro. Holy crap! $308 trade today. Biggest trade on this account. One trade, and I didn't even manage it well. It should have been so much more. We'll get into that, but I do want to just look at that for a second and just we've broke a K. We've broke 1K. And I've been trading fundeds for a long time, since October. I think this is my 10th funded account. And you might be wondering, how on earth have I just broke 1,000 and I've tried 10 times for 6 months? That's the reality of trading, to be honest with you. That's just how it goes. That's not going to go that way for everyone because why is my leg so itchy? It's not going to go that way for everyone because some people have good psychology. Right? Some people have good psychology. Some people, don't just spiral after loss. But another reason why the 1K is a big deal is because I only trade 5 micros. So if we do some math, let me do it on the calculator here. This is crazy. This little low getting taken. Is there an SMT there? Wow, a little internal SMT. Let me do something internal there. Leave site. And I'm gonna log out of this because we're done for the day. But let's pull up the calculator. All right, $1,180. We only trade 5 micros. That is divided by 5 micros divided by 2 because it's $2 per point. So we have net gained 118 points with 11 days of trading on this account. So about 10 points a day on average. Some days I don't take a trade. Some days I do take a trade. It just depends. But that's a good percentage. Regardless of the percentage, I just kind of wanted to get into just the fact that I hit that milestone. Because again, if I took this trade today and held properly, I would have made $1,300 whatever dollars on the full contracts. Or if I took 2 contracts, I would have had the 1,500 whatever. I could pass an account in 2 days because I find a lot of winning trades. But I'm trying not to just buy a ton of accounts. I'm not trying to just buy an account, over leverage, lose, buy an account, lose, because I've tried that before too and it didn't work. But now I'm finally understanding price action. I'm finally starting to find good trades. And now it's now I can actually win at this, right? I'm not having to just go on a hot win streak, right? I'm not having to go on a win streak and just pass the account in a day. I can just come into the markets and I can win, it's just so beautiful to be at that point where I don't have to just get lucky on a win streak. I can do this consistently over multiple days, and I'm just building that confidence. And we broke that 1,000. My best ever was 800. I've got to 800 2 times on different fundeds. So let me just go back for my journey in fundeds, because this is gonna be a long intro, but bear with me because a lot of y'all probably going through this, because it's not just passing payouts and passing fundeds and getting payouts. That's not the reality of trading. Even if you are passing payouts or passing funded accounts, a lot of people will be passing funded because they're over leveraged, and then what do? They blow their eval or their funded every single time they pass it. They blow it because they don't actually know what they're doing. They're never going to hit the consistency target because they can't consistently trade, and then they're just wasting more money because they're paying activation fee just to lose again. So that's why I've been really focusing on the skill of the actual skill of trading. And I'm just getting a lot more excited. I have a lot of work to do on my discipline psychology, but I think that's really the last piece, not bit of piece. the last piece, but if we're going back to October, I started funded, um, and I probably traded like 2 micros because I understood what micros were. A lot of people come in and just don't even know about micros, but I kind of understood micros because my dad trading. So I understood micros. I also understood that I wouldn't be able to handle full contracts. I also understood that I didn't want to blow my account because I just paid $50 for it because I value money. I don't just look at $50 and be like, YOLO, it's $50. I hate losing money, right? I love to gamble. I love to trade, but I hate losing money. So I am degenerate, but I like to win more than I like to gamble. So I love to gamble, but I love to win more than I love to gamble. And that's the only way you're going to ever succeed in trading is if you like winning more than you like gambling, right? So I don't look at it as just $50. So I was trading 2 micros. Time goes on, I'll take some winners or I'd start losing. Most of my accounts start with just lose, down 100, down $200. Still trading 2 micros, 3 micros, whatever. Then I'd go on a little win streak. Then I'd start feeling myself. Then I'd lose, and then I'd spiral. And I did that over and over and over. Then the last few months, the last few fundeds, I would get to $800 positive, $500 positive was my first like benchmark of like, wow, like I'm actually a little bit positive on this account. $500, like, cool. Blow it again because of mismanagement. Then I would get back to that 500 quicker. So this is round count 5, 4, 5, 6. Get to that 500 quicker, blow it equally as quick. Get to 800 now, I'm like, oh, this is the best I've done. Blow that again. Then I got to 800 again just as quick because I'm getting really quick to getting there. Because I'm getting better at trading. During this time, I'm getting better at trading. Because I'm not just gambling. I'm looking for setups, whatever. But sometimes they'll spiral. So I'm not just gambling. I'm actually getting better at trading. I'm finding better trades. I'm getting better at trading. So I'm getting to 800 quicker. And then I would just take one loss and lose it all. And I'm determined to not let that happen on this count. But we got to actively work on it. But that's why this time, yesterday, I got to 875, which was an all-time best. That's why today I was a little bit nervous. So when I took a trade and I saw it go good and I saw that 1,000, I held, and I just got out because I broke 1,000 for the first time. And that's really a big milestone. So regardless of how I trade today, I'm very happy because that's just another proof that I'm getting better. Again, 1,000 is not a payout. It's not a past eval. It's nothing in the grand scheme. But for my journey, it means so much because it means I am getting better at this. Like, it is possible. I'm trading 5 micros. I'm not just trading, 3 full contracts, 2 full contracts, scalping a 6 or like a 10, 20 point move one time. I'm finding consistent winning trades. I'm finding good setups. You know what I mean? So anyways, that being said, that was probably like 10 minutes alone. That's kind of my story with fundage and why this is a big deal and why it's not just nothing. But I'll get into what I saw today, what I took my trades on, whatnot. Super excited today for so many reasons. It's gonna be a great week, regardless of trading. It's gonna be a great week. We got a lot coming up. But going into today, this is NQ on the left, ES on the right. Going into the day, yesterday, if you trade daily, if you're watching this like today, if not, then this is a random point in time. But if you're watching this up to date, you would know that we dumped from yesterday's pretty much open. What was that? Pretty much open. We've dumped 500 plus points on NQ. So I'm bearish, but if we look at the bigger time frame, just for a second, we just swept out these lows. So we're in this big imbalance here. So it could be bullish, but we're also bearish on the 4 hour. We're trending down. We have a big bearish imbalance. So that's a day where I go in with no real expectation for price because, first of all, look at where we're at. Second of all, why would I be bearish here? Or why would I be convinced on shorts and why would I be convinced on longs? So that's a day where I look for internal structure to validate anything. So I'll remove this. So today is a day where I know I need internal structure to validate anything. The first area I was looking was here. I wanted to see this 1 hour bearish on both ES and NQ get taken. 1 hour bearish. And then maybe I wanted to see this high get swept on NQ. Or this low before taking a trade when the market opens. one of these because we're in a range. I was typically looking for one of these to get taken out to trade. Otherwise, I don't have a clear bias. There's no liquidity sweep. But we'll get into why I was able to find a trade. If we go into the morning, let's just keep in mind, I can only do replay on one, so I'll do replay on NQ. NQ. What the heck? Okay, I don't know why that was glitching. But if we're going into the day, we had a bullish, why is it so weird? We had a bullish SMT right here. So if you look on NQ and ES, we had this low here. And at the time, we come over to here, we don't take this low. So over here, we don't take this low. So we have a bullish SMT. I'm expecting this, the 1 hour fair value gap, to be the draw in liquidity before going lower, which is my real bias, bearish. We make this 15-minute fair value gap, which could be a point of interest, but we also have this 5-minute that's a little bit deeper, and because I saw how the market played out, I'm going to draw out the 5-minute instead, because it's going to be a lot cleaner, trust me. So we go into the day, and I'm going to switch this now to the 1 minute on ES. Market open, I'll mark out market open for you guys. Market open on ES was here, just so we keep that in mind. But, alright, so we go into market open. Where are we at? 49. Okay, we have a lot of time. So we put in these relative equal highs. So now I'm going to drop down. And where's market open here? 9:30. So 9:30 there. So we start the morning. And the only area that I really want to see price go to is these relative equal highs, because we have a bearish fair value up above. We have a lot of liquidity up there, relative equal highs. We have a bullish SMT here. And we have a reason for market to go higher. The complete, not sure what happened there. But to complete the model higher, we have a reason to take out these highs. So I knew if we could get some sort of structure to validate going long. I actually want to keep the 5-minute, I think, on ES, just so we can see it. So anyways, we go into the day. And what do? We instantly come down. So I'm going to remove this. We come down. And we kind of wick here. So I'm thinking, okay, I also noticed this. I consider this low resistance liquidity. Which just basically means a trend line, and I'm expecting it to get ran. So all the stops that are placed here, 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 and here are going to just get ran through at once, which accelerates price. But we come down lower. Again, is this when we get in? No. So I'll go on the 2-minute because that's where I place my trade. We displace one more time. We tap into this 5-minute. We dig deeper. And what do we get at the time? At the time here, we have an SMT between ES and NQ. So we take out the low on ES, but we don't take out the low on NQ. Inside a bullish fair value gap, what do we form? We form a 2-minute bullish inverse, or we form a 2-minute bearish fair value gap. So now I'm looking at this because we have everything we need to see. If we can inverse this fair value gap, I will go long because I can anticipate that in the fair value gap, 2 bullish SMTs, overlapping SMTs, just more confidence on the SMT, equal highs, low resistance liquidity, a fair value gap which is draw liquidity higher. I can anticipate that if this breaks, we will get a run to the upside. So it breaks there, I jump in. I slightly hesitate to jump in, but I got in eventually. And we risked about 20 points, or closed back below. And we get a very clean, a little stall there, a big expansion move. So this is where I went to break even, as these highs here. I'll put my stop at break even, in theory. And then we get really close to TP. And then this is where it gets interesting. And this is where I want to start learning from. So everything here on the chart looks normal. I'll explain where I got out. So I actually took 2 micros off here, which is like 20 points. I took 2 micros off there. I shouldn't have. And I took the rest off at 96 here because it was moving up. And again, I was at all-time highs on my account and I was nervous. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be sick. $1,000. Like, oh, I don't want to hold. I just was scared. I ended up getting out. We'll go over what I did right and wrong, and that will be part of it. Part of what I did wrong. So we'll get into that. But I need to learn from the fact that right now, from my entry, there's nothing invalidating this trade yet. This right here is just a fair value gap on the 2 minute, and then there's a lower one on the 3 minute. So there's no reason for me to be scared of any pullback because price is not just going to go straight up. It's beautiful when it does. It's easy to trade when it does. But the reality of trading is you can't just expect price to run straight up. And you can't get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th green candle. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you're not. You're not going to get a just straight up move, 50 points. You know, if it was, everyone could trade. It would be very easy. We get this move down. We dig into we leave a 3 minute. We dig into it. And then we come back down one more time. Look at how we respect this. And I don't really trade them much, but I'm trying to learn them. Order block. The order block, we wick the order block, this accumulation area, but this down close candle is an order block. We wick it, and then price moves pretty efficiently. Still hesitates a little bit. And then boom, full take profit. Would have been a great winner. I made 300, should have made around 600, but that's a great trade. And look, the 3 minute held perfectly. This is exactly how price should move. It's bullish. There should have been no fear. And that's where I will become a next level trader, is when I can start being able to hold through the storm. I need to be able to hold because this is a beautiful setup. SMT, double SMT. Liquidity for 1 hour for value gap, even though this is a counter trend, we need an equilibrium, or we need to at least retrace a sum, take out this high, go into a fair value gap to keep going lower. So even to go lower, we need to go higher. Even to go lower, we need to take out these equal highs. We're holding SMT, bullish for value gap, inverse of a 2 minute. Like everything's aligned, and we have a 2 minute fair value gap here that holds on the way up. We start breaking structure to the upside. We hold this order block on the 2 minutes even cleaner. We hold the 2 minute order block, and then we pump straight up. Unbelievable trade. I would want to say A plus. It's probably an A plus or A trade just because it's against the overall bias, but a beautiful trade. That's why I took. What could I have done better? Obviously, I need to hold my trade because I just can't keep cutting my winners short because in the long run, when I do end up losing a trade, it's not gonna be nice because when I should make 700 and I make 300, and then when I lose 300, I lost everything I just won on a great trade where I could still be up $400. If I took 700 and then lose 300, I'll be up 400. But if I only take 300 and then I lose 300, I'm break even, and then it could be worse. So that's something I'm working on, and we'll keep going out and trying to get after that. So that's the review for today. That's the trade I took. That's the model. And that's where we're at in the funded. And let me look right now on the NQ and just see kind of where we're at in live time. I'm done for the day. This is actually a pretty interesting trade right here. This is in a fair value gap in SMT here internally, and then we pump up. Not disgusting. We have an SMT here as well, I think. What time is this? 9:45, 9:45, 10:36. We have an SMT again here. We have an SMT here as well. Then we have another internal SMT. So now I'm really expecting the highs to get taken. There's almost no doubt in my mind that we take the high. Yeah, look at it, it's going right now. So we have those SMTs inside the fair value gaps. Let's see on the 2 minute. No real 2 minute fair value gap there. Oh well. Is there anything on the 5 minute? There's no 5 minute fair value gap that we inverse. There's no real clean inverse play here, but I'm really expecting it to come get these highs. So very clean day. Very happy with today. I would expect that we come up to these highs and then inverse something here and go short because I really expect us to go lower, but I don't want to be around to trade it and lose. Very happy with today. I don't want to keep going because this is already long enough, but very happy with the trading day, and just very grateful for the journey and getting better every single day and seeing improvement. I'll see you guys tomorrow.